I called someone. There's somebody who's kind of, it made me realize the reason why that movie does something to people is that it makes you remember that person, right? Or there's been that moment with that person, like the what if person, the person who they, as they famously say, they got away. Although most people move on. Yes, it was Charlie, it was beautiful, but now I'm with the person I really love and I'm spending time with them. And I did an entire rewind of somebody who we kind of were together in a way in high school. Years later, at every juncture in my life, he was there. And at the bare minimum, we're very good friends. So I called him once. And I was like, hey, why do you think we never ended up together?
Wow.
I know. Because Janet likes to chocha. So he's just like, oh, I'm like, first I put a disclaimer. So I said, hey, I want to ask you something, and it's not supposed to be offensive or confusing. I'm just curious. Why do you think? And I think it's for many reasons. You can imagine the first time you were together, you were really young. You were like a teenager. So it came down to maybe we just were not mature enough, or at every time when we would find ourselves crossing paths again, maybe you wanted it more than I did, or I wanted it more than you did. So we just never were able to, even though we would have times when we were technically together, somebody would always step back because I'm not ready, or this is too much for me, or I'm too busy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And now here you are. You're both grown. And I was just like...
You know, there's the joy of chasing something that is not really getting into your hands.
Sometimes I feel like that's problematic because it means there's a joy with something that's not achievable. You're chasing...
Like something that you're not really getting. And that's life. You're always chasing a life that you're not living now. You know, something higher. You're
chasing something higher. And you're also chasing the thought of what it could be.
Of what it could be.
Yeah.
Well, in real life, it might not turn out to be what you thought. And
this is why I like what you've just said. Because after that entire conversation, he was like, how do you feel now? I said, I mean, I feel fine. I feel like we've had... Then we were like, but is this really closure? Because we're now friends, right? Now we're good friends. But the thing is it something that you pursue, or do you sometimes leave it as it is? Because it's okay as it is.
If you leave it as it is, it's dangerous because it will keep nudging you.
What if as it is? Yeah.
There are people, when they get into trouble, they always call this particular person. Yet when they're in good terms, they never. So it's like filling up or a consolation, like there is someone who does it better.
Oof. And that can actually hold you back from
hold you back from fully expressing or living the present.
I really like what you've said. I feel like most amechomoa kiboko ya wisdom. Because you actually, it's selfish, right?
Yeah, it's selfish.
It's kind of selfish. But my thing is, the way it is right now is more like we can still get together, spend time, talk about work, collaborate, without there necessarily...
And it will keep coming back, because you feel like there's this thing, one particular thing...
That we still haven't tried.
Yeah, haven't tried, yes.
But what if you just say, why can't we just remain friends? And you're both okay with that?
Then that's a closure.
Okay.
So you have to work on the closure so that it doesn't affect you.
That you both know, listen, maybe we may have wanted to try, but maybe what we have right now as a friendship is good.
It's good.
Let's not try to do anything else.